Welcome back, guys. You are Bhagwan, priest and father, 38 years old. Bhagwan is an initiate to Bankamundi's temple, that is to say, Ranveer's temple. Hailed as the voice of the poor, Ranveer is one of the most powerful and popular figures in Burma, so much so that Vijay offered him a seat at its council. With help of Jaydeep, a local militia captain, his believers provide food, medicine, and order to the parts of the city ignored by the nobles. Bhagwan has been a priest all his life, and while he has heard that serving Ranveer is a different and dangerous undertaking, all he knows is that it will feed and clothe his children. So far, that's all he has needed to know. Priest. Priest caste studied priestly ways his entire life, and Ranveer's temple is not the first he has belonged to. 2 children, if he does not work, they do not eat. High Priest Ranveer. Initiation has begun, Bhagwan. What you say now carries from my ears to the ears of Bankamundi. Speak from your heart, hide nothing, for you stand in the presence of something far greater than yourself. Huh. Speak from your heart. Could say nothing. I will speak honestly. You wish to be my priest, but that doesn't tell me much. Tell me, Bhagwan, what is the first duty of a priest? Serve the cause of God in my order, to teach God's wisdom to others, to use my knowledge and judgment to serve my community. First duty of a priest, serve the cause of my God and my order. So you'd be a soldier in Bankamundi's army. We can always use more of them. We're fighting a war for the city's spirit, and it's far from over, but this is not the first standard you've marched under, is it? You are a priest caste. You are not young. My old order is gone. Why fight for something that has ceased to be? The temple erased my order months ago. Yours would seem to be the higher cause. I have children need supporting. Carry whatever banners required of me. Why fight for what has ceased to be? Tell me, do you wish to be more than a humble priest? My hierarchy is vast. For a man of strength and wisdom, there is much divine work to be done. Humility suits me as long as my children are provided for. When I'm wise enough in the temple's ways to qualify for advancement, I will be wise enough to decide. Yes, I would take opportunity as I can. Yeah, I like the second one. We'll see. I have one final question. You know that when I stood where you stood, there was one small temple on a street full of them. Oh, this was one small temple on a street full of them. Bankamundi told me this was unacceptable. She told me there is a time and a place for every message, for every course of action, and that it was long past time the principles of compassion and protection reigned in the streets. I am he who heard her word and made it manifest. I know in my heart that my voice, the voice of compassion, is all that keeps these slums from boiling over. Speak honestly. If Bankamundi appeared to you and told you to kill me, would you do it? Not trust the vision. I couldn't. I would fear for the city if you perished. Yes, I would. Don't know if I have strength. I'd come to you with vision, ask what was best. I would. Fair answer. Now, until Bankamundi sees otherwise, you are a servant of the city. Time to set aside your layman's duties and begin doing real priest work. Yes? Go on, ask Daya what she needs doing. I'll be watching you with interest. It only makes sense. If Bankamundi tells me to kill you, then I shall kill you. There is no right way. Alright. We are up here. Go down. Ah. Interesting. Journal, serving the temple. I suppose I'm a priest again. My duties are a little more direct than they were the last time I was initiated into a temple. Apparently I am to report immediately to the man called Daya and receive a task. For today, the slums had entered your life only as dark rumors and cooking smoke from the west. You're aware that some of the denizens are farmers who deserted rioting or drought-ridden farmsteads, injured veterans of the last big war, and men and women driven out by their caste by poverty, debts, or starvation. But your grasp of the bigger picture is nonetheless tenuous. You've been given a vague sense that people end up there through foolishness or improper choices. Bankamundi says, do not take from another, do not harm another, and protect others from harm. The temple. Your fellow priests used to gossip about how quickly the Temple of Bunkamundi was gathering followers, both laymen and other members of the priest caste. But no one was prepared for the mass exodus of priests from your own order and others towards the Temple of Bunkamundi. You never heard of anything like this happening in Burma's theological history before, seemingly overnight. Ranveer's word became one of the only words in the city. Slums. The priests and priestesses talk about the slums as they would talk about a battlefield. Every so often they come back scared, shaken, or even wounded. More about the temple. It's hard to sleep at night in the temple. The inner rooms are always full of boxes being unpacked, Jaideep's men coming off patrols to give reports, and priests and priestesses receiving their instructions outside the temple. The din and clamor of the slums is omnipresent. High Priest Ranveer. Ranveer became High Priest of the Temple of Bunkamundi a few years ago after his visions of a free, prosperous Burma spread throughout the slums. Ranveer teaches compassion towards the poor and helpless, an end to the notion that slums are expendable, and wariness towards Naga immigrants. Radaya. Man who works most closely with initiates into Ranveer's temple. He has been in Temple of Bunkamundi for 15 years, 10 years longer than Ranveer has. Huh. Okay. Chatura. She's probably the smartest priestess in this organization. She's been doing this longer than almost anyone, and what she lacks in enthusiasm, she makes up for in efficiency. Prabal. He usually passes out medicine. He's about your age and in worse health. Priya. You don't know much about Priya. She's quiet, keeps to herself a lot, especially after performing her tasks. And Jaideep. Your Jaideep was born in the slums. He comes through every so often, but he never stops to talk about anyone but Ranveer. Alright, hello Daya. Initiated? Good! We'll talk things over later, but now I need someone to go outside, pass out bread in Priya's place. It's not been a good morning for her or us. Priya said she saw some Naga had snuck in by the east wall, so stay away from them. Naga don't get bread rations. Now go. Naga don't get bread rations, huh? Those bastards, those sick, murderous bastards. Did you hear what they did to Prabal? Please take a breath. Anger helps no one. Bhagwan, he's barely breathing. Prabal went out to speak in the slums. Some people thought he was carrying our medicine. They cornered him and they nearly killed him. We're trying to help those people and they come at us like hungry animals. Guiding? I don't even know what that is. Please, I need it elsewhere. Oh dear, I don't know what to say. They're just desperate. If they weren't desperate, they wouldn't need us in the first place. Worthless, ungrateful bastards. Hope the Naga eat them all and the whole slum burns to the ground. Well, that's not how I feel. Our map updated. Now we have Hungry Crowd. Guy told me to go pass out bread in the place of one of the priestesses. Sounds straightforward enough. We have a symbol of Bunkamundi, newly minted symbol Bunkamundi given to you when you first arrived at Ranveer's steps. Loaf of bread is lower quality than what you feed your children, but it will sustain life. We have 3 loaves. There's always too many of them and they're all starving. If I don't feed some of them, they'll die. And they say terrible, terrible things. I'm sorry, Bhagwan. I always pass out bread, and today I couldn't do it. I understand. You'll see soon. You'll see yourself soon enough. Oh, you'll see. Prabal, you alive? He doesn't want to talk. Not the slums, anywhere but. Those people hate. Okay. Poor Prabal. Beat down. Temple patron, priestess. Another priestess. Word of the wise, Bhagwan, don't give anything to the children. They're all members of street gangs, and most anything you give them is going to end up on the black market. What if I make them eat the bread on the spot? I feel like that's a risk I have to take. How do you know? In addition, their end, chances are you make the eat that much bread at once, they'll sick it back up or die. Trust me, we've tried a lot of systems, handing out only a little bit of bread to each person, having them all starve to death, making people eat it on the spot in front of all other hungry, desperate people, taking them away from the group to feast, watching them get targeted later on. nothing really works, but the system that doesn't work for the least is the system that doesn't work for the least. It feels like it should be easier than this, doesn't it? Think. Okay. Can it? Can you make sure my men don't try anything stupid? I couldn't care less about you. When you're too close to the ones you're feeding, they'll snatch it if you're hungry enough. Or the priest of Bankamundi. Yeah, Bankamundi. Man, woman. Gate guard. Old woman, sick man, angry man. So I just have to pick some random people? What if I want to keep going this way? Well, you want to go sell the bread on the black market? Keep back, priest. We're clearing a mob off the stairs. We'll tell you when it's safe. Fair enough. Okay. All my family's food was stolen. You get to have some. Get to you. I don't care about the angry man. I want the woman. That girl didn't give me any. If you don't give me anything, I'll kill you. Do you hear me, please? Please, anything. I can't. Not another child. You. Share a loaf with my whole street. I promise it won't go to waste. You too. Food for a poor widow. I don't know where else to go. There you go. Gotta go back to Ranveer, I guess. Bread's all gone. Think I'm supposed to go in and get something else to do. Probably. I specifically gave it to all the women out there because, truthfully, the women need it more than the men. And all left my inventory. Alright. Priest, you look like you've got family. My contacts in the Mercs have a deal going. 60 coins and good men will look after your house when the violence goes down. What do you say? What violence? Ranveer's whole purpose is to keep peace and order. I don't know if I believe or trust you. I haven't got 60 coins. What violence? Ranveer's purpose is to make sure that when half the city kills the other half, he's still around. If you want your family to still be around, you have to make your own arrangements. You know what you're talking about. Get back to your job. Coin for safety. Just you think about it. Yeah, soon enough you realize that the only family you can save for sure is your own. Sure. Go back to your job. Grab keep your head. Keep the third thing. Yeah. I didn't hear anything out there. Really, I just kind of happened. One of the slum guards who works with Ranveer offered to help protect my family in exchange for money. Not a small sum either. Not for a priest like me. How much danger could my family be in? We're in an afternoon's walk away from the slums. Well. Only a few months ago we were carrying bread into the slums. Now they see us carrying the bread in, and the doors are mobbed in minutes. We need a new solution. Perhaps we should have priests bring it straight from the kitchens. Works well enough, reminds people where the food comes from. Maybe Ranveer should take the opportunity to speak to the poorest slum dwellers. Have breaks, bring it straight from the kitchen. Tried that. Let's just say things came to a pass where Ranveer insisted on seeing each crate full with his own 2 eyes. Oh, and speaking of which, Ranveer wanted to speak with you when you were finished. I think he was watching you through the doors. I wanted to go talk to him anyways. Hello, Ranveer. I wonder if you'd like to talk about what happened out there. Passing out bread is one of the directest philosophical challenges a new priest can face. Often takes him a few times to grasp the principles of who should be served first. You don't know what I chose. Do you think I chose poorly? Yes, I think I would like to discuss it. Honestly, no, I want more time to reflect on my own decisions. Sure, let's discuss it. You didn't feed the man who was dying of sickness. I understand this is a point of some controversy, so let me tell you what I believe. That is the most wretched of men who deserve the most compassion. and an able man can, if need be, find a way to keep his family fed. The same cannot be said of a man who is withered and bent. No, she gave no bread to the children. I had been told they would sell it to the street gangs. You heard rumors. As a priest, as a man, you cannot risk letting innocent children starve over rumors. Next time, give the children first priority, whatever your doubts are. I have a task for you. It's more straightforward than choosing who gets bread and who does not. I should think. I need someone to go through the slums and distribute medicine to the sick and faithful. Prabal usually does this, but I'm afraid he's been badly injured this morning, so I need someone else to step up. Clearly, we shouldn't wait until the things are calmer. I've never been to the slums, lost in minutes. What would I be required to do? Would I be able to have an escort? What would I do? The job is simple. Find anyone who seems sick, ask them to swear by the 3 tenets of Bankamundi as recorded in your notes. If they will, give them medicine. If they will not, use your judgment. Bhagwan. Judgment, Bhagwan, but I advise caution. We have a limited number of lives to save. We owe to the city to ensure they are righteous ones. You do this? I will. I don't know. I have children to look after. Could you possibly find someone else? As long as I do the job, I get paid. The children are taken care of. So I will. Take heart, Bhagwan. We are Bankamundi's soldiers. Because we do what others won't, we will have his strength and his respect. Return to me when you have finished. He removes the last of the 6 small terracotta phials from a nearby rack and places them in a pouch for you. Wow, okay. Holy crap. Taking the medicines ran for your order. Now for the hard part, dispensing it with one way or another. Do not take from another. Do not harm another. Protect others from harm. Life in Burma's slums take 3 shapes. Food, medicine, coin is the least important. And give it to 6 people. He's sending you out. Bhagwan, don't risk your life out there. If you wander around too long, those animals will tear you apart. No, listen to me. The slum market is the western flank after you leave the temple. You find someone there who will buy all the medicine from you. He'll distribute it for you, and maybe he'll have enough to set by to take care of your children if the worst happens. Sell it on the black market? Say like you've done it. I appreciate you looking out for me, Daya. I'm surprised at you. Where it'll end up anyways, you know, I'm sorry, but it's true. Half the sick people in the slums are fakers, half are just too desperate to get a guaranteed mouthful of bread slipped through their fingers, even if their blood's on fire and their limbs are rotting. Good luck. Don't take any chances. Today's not been good for anyone. You know Ranveer decided to initiate you after we heard what happened to Prabal, right? He wanted to vet you. Feel I'm doing all that well. My initiative is a little odd. Is it always that intense? I do keep doing all this since to make people very grateful for it. My initiative was odd. Is that intense? Oh, like any man, he varies. Catch him on the right time, he'll laugh and joke with the rest of them, but sometimes he gets very deep in thought. Times like that, it can be hard to keep up with him. Come back alive. Anything more to say? Okay. Do you have anything to say? First day here, and I'm sorry, but I just couldn't. What up, Prabal? Nope, still out. Okay. So now we have to distribute money. Or money, we have to distribute medicine. Ranveer instructed me to go forth in the slums to pass out medicine. He told me to favor those who have internalized his teachings, the teachings of Bankamundi, as he has spread them to the people. Do not harm your people. Do not steal from your people, and protect your people from those who destroy them. Only diet tells me I'd be better off selling the medicine to the traders in the market, where anything I hand out will likely end up anyways. We'll see. Anything more? Nope. Corpse. Alright, it's better this way, guys. Let's starve to death or killed somebody for scrap. Well, still haven't got it. Huh. One of the guys died, I guess. So be it. There's the merchant. Looking for donations? I suppose I can spare a little. She reaches into her purse, withdraws a few coins from the dozen within, and hands them to you. Here! Thank you, these may yet save a life. Every coin you give me feeds a child. Couldn't you spare more? Hold nothing back, this is a matter of life and death. May yet save a life. Glad to give anything I can. Wife of an affluent merchant donated 4 coins to the temple and charity. Okay. For food and money, I have to say I don't see the point. Everyone west of Shaman's Line is going to starve to death someday. At least I have a chance of saving my family. Some will starve, but it's not as nearly as hopeless as you say. There is no good pragmatic excuse for turning your back on people in need. It's harsh. Let's see. Not nearly as hopeless as you say. How is it not? This drought shows no sign of ending soon. Between what little we've managed to grow, what we can bring in from the Naga merchants, we don't have enough food for everyone, so why give what little food exists to those who can't afford it? Take a walk through the slums before I dismiss their lives so quickly, because if you don't, they'll take it from you, that number of military by a great margin. Take through a walk through the slums before I dismiss their lives. Wouldn't let them kill me and cook me? Not in this life. Go find someone else to bother. That's why I hate talking to priests. Okay. Talking to random wealthy people. Not gonna help. Yeah, well, there's a priestess. But just a... Oh, here we go. I thought she would just be a nameless NPC. Bhagwan, right? Making the rounds or just taking a break? Making the rounds to finish my work at the temple. You come all the way here to take a break. It's been a trying day. Hard, isn't it? Half of them see you as a savior, the half of them see you as a target. Out here they think we're enabling a district full of crazed killers. But at least they're civil about it. Can't say I blame them. The slums are dangerous. Slums aren't bad, they're just at the mercy of bad people. What do you say to that? We're at the mercy of bad people. You're right about that. All life is sacred, even if it's prone to following thugs like those street gangers. I'd rather feed a stranger who lives to break the necks of 1,000 fat merchants than let him starve on principle alone. And please don't tell anyone I said that. Don't worry, I won't. Yes, I'd appreciate that. I don't know, like, that'd get me in trouble, but who wants to take chances? Anyway, good luck out there. Wealthy woman, haggard merchant. Well, oh my. Shopkeeper. Not. Another merchant. That time again, very well. Will my servants bring some food over to the temple, anything to keep the soldiers of J-Deep in fighting shape. Thank you, I'm sure your donations help a lot of people. Slums have no soldiers, if anything, J-Deep's men are guards. J-Deep's men are no soldiers, they're more like overgrown gang. Thank you. Happy to hear that. Honestly, it's in all of our best interests. Give some slum dwellers spears and regular meals. And suddenly, they're not slum dwellers anymore. They're ours. If it ever comes open to violence, we need all the help we can get. Ah! You're new! Is it usual for an old priest to change temples like this? Not from around here. Do not understand all of Burma's traditions. A priest in Burma is a lifelong calling. You need to serve a temple. You need to serve a temple, and if you do, you may choose which. Not unusual. The temple I served was absorbed into Ranveers. It's complicated. Why do you want to know you're not likely to be a priest? It was absorbed into Ranveers. It's interesting. Where I'm from, there is only one god to serve. A priest spends his whole life since he becomes priest at young age teaching others about that god. Seems strange to change temples, like you're cheating on your calling, yeah? Like you're admitting you're wrong. That's normally how it works. Temples aren't in competition, they're part of the same wisdom. All that sounds interesting, but I'm not sure I'd want to be a priest there. Honestly, I do feel that way a little, but I think I'm more to do with where I ended up. That's not really how it works here. Temples aren't in competition. That's all he wants. No more than I do. I just carry the boxes. Wandering priest. Ah, you're one of Ranvir's, aren't you? Rare to see one of you all the way out here. Need it. I don't feel very welcome. Come to that. I don't see many wandering priests out in the slums. No one there to give us charity except for people like you, and I'm not one to take bread mint for truly desperate. Besides, it's safer to be a wandering old man out here. But I'm sure you all know what you're about. Please don't let me sit here and talk your ear off if you've got work you should be doing. I wasn't speaking with you. Oh, merchant. You know, I have to ask, what do you people have against the Naga? I don't have anything against them. It's Ranvir's belief that they take bread from the mouths of the poor. You mistrust them. Frankly, they're outright dangerous. It's Ranvir's belief they take bread from the mouths of the poor. Realize how lucrative trade with the Naga is for us? Half the decent food that comes in the city is through our connections with the Empire. I mean, I don't like the creepy bastards, but who does? But having a Naga counselor has been the best thing for Burma in a long time. The Empire's more powerful we are. If they're trading with us, it's safe to say it's not a fair trade. Excuse me, oh my goodness. I don't disagree. Tell Ranvir next time you see him. Coming from a real man of wealth and intelligence, the Naga are more useful to us than 100 human slum rats. Tell that to your high priest, about to squander more food and coin than a few hungry Naga ever cost us. I don't know why, but this game makes me yawn a lot. I'm enjoying it a lot, but it makes me yawn. Alright, JD. What's up? To his men, don't kill any human if you can help it. Dead men won't help us, and neither will their families. Hang on. Isn't that just like a priest? I didn't mean to interrupt, you say, right after you come up to me and interrupt. How about you bother someone else? Or better yet, do what you're supposed to do. Run Ranvir's errands for him. Certainly didn't mean to offend. A priest is good for more than handing out parcels. We guide and counsel the community. From what I hear, you're as much Ranvir's servant as we are. You seem angry. What have I done to provoke you? Angry? Believe me, priest, if you'd been where I've been, you wouldn't call this angry. You'd call it polite. Back to work. You're from these slums. Isn't that why your job's important? A man who fights tigers doesn't need to eat his meat raw like one. Try a calmer way of speaking. From these slums, aren't you? Isn't that where your job's important to you? You know why my job's important to me? If I didn't have a job, you know where I'd be? Dead. Starved or sick or gutted by the Naga, but dead like thousands of others. It was me who went to Ranvir, and it's me who represents him in the streets. It's benefited Ranvir, and it's benefited me, and maybe, just maybe, it's saved another life or two. Same deal as you. Now get gone. I have got work to do. You've got your job, and I've got mine. Let's do them. Hey, priest, don't harm your brothers. Don't take from your brothers. And what's the last one? Protect your street. Can I get some medicine? I'm sorry, are you sick? Do I look sick? Because let me tell you, I feel like my guts are rotting from the inside. I'm not sure I can help you, but maybe later. Wealthy merchant donated 8 coins and some food. Cool. So, do not harm from another. Do not take from another. Do not harm another. Protect others from harm. Kirin and Naga. You work to give out bread and medicine, but only to your people. I live to give education and training, but only to my people. If we can extend that segregation to all matters, I think we might almost be happy. That's all Ranvir really seems to want, for humans and Naga to each shift for themselves. I think it'd be happier if you weren't competing for our food supplies. I disagree. I think cooperation would be a higher ideal. Frankly, I don't think we really want to cooperate with humans at this point. You've pushed the refugees into a game where your food is what you take and your squat is what you can keep. And while I don't know why you've chosen that game, it's a game we can win. So now when I hear human talking of cooperation and sharing, I think it's a chance to redefine the terms of our mutual survival in a way you find favorable. It's not survival, it's about long-term understanding. I suppose you're entitled to feel that way. How long do you think compete directly for resources like that? Don't you know this is bound for violence? Of course it is. Listen, I know you're speaking from a place of principle, but as someone who has been long subject to the slums version of humanity, I can promise these principles are irrelevant to reality. We only have the option of responding to how we are treated. If we choose anything but the hardest and toughest response, we will perish. Thus far, we have chosen not to perish. If conflict emerges, then we will continue to choose that option, and this is what it means to be Naga in the slums. Oh, and get out of my sight. I'm going that way. Ding. Hey human, you want to give me some of that? Or is that too only for your kind? Is that something else my people are going to have to steal if they want to survive? Ranveer bought it. It's his medicine. He decides how to assign it. If you need it, I'll give it to you. Just say the word. One good human, huh? Keep the medicine. Keep the medicine, the money, and the power. We'll take it all soon enough. Just you wait. Things can't go on like this much longer. Soon enough, human. Well, I made him respect me more, at least. Hey, you priest. What are you doing down here? That's not medicine. Excuse me, I'm in a hurry. You don't look well. Are you sick? No, I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. Forget it. Would you like to talk about whatever's wrong? No. Wait, I mean, maybe. Can you just tell somebody, I'm sorry, please? I can't do it myself. He wouldn't speak with me. Won't ask any questions. Who is he? Where does he live? Any more information? Slow down. Who is he? Where does he live? Thank you. He's an older man. Here, let me point out where he lives on the map. Sure. A slum ganger asked me to apologize on his behalf for one of his offenses. I accepted. You know, that really doesn't... Maybe this one? I don't know. It does not really help. Right. Don't kill, steal, protect something, right? Kill Naga? Please, my sister's badly ill. I just need one dose. What do you mean? Hey, don't walk away from me. You're saying you don't care if my sister lives or dies? Sorry, I don't have much medicine. I need to be very careful. I'm not saying that. I don't have much medicine. I need to be very careful. Forget this. If I want medicine, I know where I can get it reliably. Go ahead and give it to someone else, and when they sell it, I'll find a way to buy it. Why is a great man like Ranveer curse such stupid priests? Trying to steal my medicine. I don't know the teachers of Ranveer or anything, but I've had this sickness for a while now, and I think it's time I did something about it. Do you have anything for me? Sorry, there are others worse off than you. You can stand and walk. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. People in the streets to the west? What, have I done something wrong? Not at all. I just wanted to talk. What do you mean? Calling me out like that. Was that a threat? You don't need medicine, do you? I can't take your medicine. Only Naga who work with Ranveer get his medicine. You can't live on these streets with that hanging over your head. Please, just get on with things. Oh, a new priest of Ranveer's order. I suppose you're going to tell me you've reached a deep understanding of Mankamundi's teachings in the days you've been there. Afraid to seek wisdom and bring it to others. You seem contentious. Is something troubling you? Honestly, no. It feeds my children, helps the needy. So where's the harm? That'd be interesting. Yeah, where's the harm? Since you asked, take this. Read it. Digest it as you would digest one of Ranveer's teachings. Then you'll be able to answer your own questions. Same thing. Complacency is the weapons of evil. Do not believe Ranveer's stories. Do not believe your terror. Believe in what your own eyes tell you. I knew someone would come. Oh my god, she coughs up blood. That's fun. I need some medicine, please. I can't keep the tenants straight, but I swear I'll make it up to your temple if I can just survive a little longer. I know you will. She looks at you bleary-eyed and nods. He also sounds terminal. But, you know, why not? If there's a chance that she can survive, why not? They still up here? If you didn't bash the priest, which one of your alley dogs did? From the outside. They come in, they cause trouble, they leave. I don't even know what they want. Well, you see them again, you let us know, yeah? Ranveer isn't happy about this. Alright, alright. You're more fun than you were skimming us medicine. Oh. Ho ho. It was fun while it lasted. Now we're both on our own. What? You think I need medicine, don't you? Get an eyes look badly diseased. Yes, it's gonna offer it. Whether you need it would be up to you. Try to take an interest in the needs of everyone around me, medicinal or otherwise. What you see is no disease, no illness festers within me, only a being far, far greater than you can comprehend. I am an ancient being that is neither Naga nor human, but a terrible mixture of both. So you see, I need no medicine. I need only a fresher host to transfer myself into. My body is broken and worthless. I will not need it much longer. Perhaps you should take medicine anyway. After all, it makes your body stronger. If there's anything I can do to make it comfortable, at least let me know. I'll tell our priest not to bother you. Just leave me be. I have control over my own future. I don't need you. I don't need anyone. As you approach, the boy lets out a hacking cough. Please know the teachings. Can I have some medicine? I've been sick for so long. Didn't I see you at the bread lines earlier? Yeah, I remember. You went up to others to get bread and you didn't give us anything. You've got to give me some medicine now. I'm hungry and I'm sick. I'm compassionate, but I'm not a fool. You get nothing from me. Fat, gutless idiot. What do you think I'm going to do with that medicine? Yeah, it's not for me, but I need it anyway. If I don't get enough for Papa, I don't get a crust a day. If I don't get that, I'm gonna end up like my stupid brothers. So why don't you wipe that smug look off your face? Just give me what you got. The games control the medicine. Food's killing the slum. I can't help you. I'm sorry there are others who need medicine now. Other children, even. Hope your kids starve and die, old man. Jeez. Okay. Juhi! Wait. Juhi's here. Oh my. That's a problem. Priest, is there a place I can stay where we'll be safe for a little while? Like, from everybody? Go to the temple tonight when JD patrols thin out. Thank you so much. I promise you I won't forget this. Why is she here? Anyone here? Alright, here we go. Oh, no medicine for me. Nothing I've got can be cured. Care to rest by me for a while? This area is usually safe, and I imagine the job gets stressful. I'd love to. Thank you. I know I don't look it, but I'm something of a priest myself. Not one of Bimra's faiths. Nowhere near as influential as yours, either. Particularly when it's headed by a man like Ranveer. A lot about Ranveer interpretation I'm not sure about. What's your worship like? Do they have other followers in Bimra? Please, last thing I'm talking about is religion. What's it like? Oh, no, not that I know of. Are you sure you want to know? It can be quite a long explanation. Please, why not? You might call us collectivists. We're taught that in humankind, and as some of us acknowledge, Naga kind as well, there's a shared unified force that is greater even than the gods. Obviously, we don't say this too loud around here. People tend to get tetchy. So, not everyone credits the Naga, though. No, not everyone. Good to see Ranveer's got some more medicine to distribute. That stuff truly works wonders. If you can get it. I've seen it make a dent in just about everything. Just wish we had enough for everyone. Yes, it's expensive, isn't it? If there was more of a demand for it outside the slums, I guarantee you'd never see it in here. Not only does Ranveer buy as much of his can be produced, he buys about as much bread as can be baked as well. He truly is a wonder. Say, perhaps I can do you a favor. I know who really needs medicine in this slum. I see them every day. If you give me a dose or two, I promise to make sure it ends up with the right people. What do you say? I don't know. Here's a dose. I'll give you one. Sure thing. It was nice talking to you, priest. You keep your head up. I'll have some faith in him. Persistent woman. Hey, where are you going? Don't steal from or kill your brothers and keep them safe. That's it, right? Come on, I got a sick family to take care of. Tenants came very quickly to you. Well, so what am I going to do with my time? My parents and husband are crippled with disease. There's no food to be had anywhere. Nothing to do but fight hunger pains. Attend speeches whenever Ranveer can find the time to give one. And hope for a priest to come by. Seems strange. Most people don't seem to know them so well. Most honest people, I mean. Stares blankly at you. Well, I'm not faking it. Either give me the medicine or don't. Nope. Grieved father. What? I don't need anything from you. Go away. A slum ganger sent me. I'm just supposed to tell you he was sorry. He seemed to think you know what you meant. A slum ganger? Do you know what the man did to me, priest? No, and it's not my place to know. Either listen or get out of here. I don't want his apology. I want your help. Mean. My son joined his gang to get a little extra bread. He knew his sister wasn't doing well. He knew she wouldn't last long without a mouthful. So he tried to take some food from the gang's cache, and the bastards killed him. 2 days later, his sister starved for want of bread. I want you to tell me where this man is and what he looks like right now. He came to me in humility and trust. Humility? He killed my son for trying to save my daughter's life. He doesn't get to keep on living his life free of consequence. He doesn't get to live eating the bread he denied my children. Tell me where he is. Carry the burden of what he did, I guarantee you that. You carry a burden? And what of my burden? Go away, priest. Take your simpering and your apologies with you. If you're a father, I pity your children. Hey, look, I know the teachings and everything, but let me be honest. I'm not sick. Nobody in my family's sick. We're all just starving. Can I just get some medicine to trade? Not how it's supposed to work. Well, alright, then my whole family's sick and one dose of medicine can cure them all. Believe that instead. Either way, you hand the medicine over, my family gets to live. Isn't that what matters? Not about saving lives, it's about controlling the spread of disease. Fine, I guess I'll have to lie next time. Anything? It said I had more. I don't know. Whatever. Children. This way. Slum man, black market, slum, shady, Naga liver, black market, hungry child, thug, more thugs. I don't think we should be in the black market. I think we'll be okay to not be there. Go south. Jurish. Oh, you're talking to me. Oh, that's wonderful. Humans really are such wonderful people. Resource efficient, hardworking, honest, caring, and, you know, I don't get the chance to apologize often enough for all the terrible diseases the Naga refugees brought with them. It hardly seems fair, particularly since we don't seem to have gotten infected with anything in return. I'm sorry, perhaps I'm carrying something. Maybe you should keep back. I'm sure we've inflicted our share of troubles on you. No, that's not reasonable at all. The refugees came over your slums unwanted and unasked for, permitted only because your royal family was blackmailed by the threat of revoked trade offers. So the city's elite got foodstuffs and supplies, which we should have traded them anyways. And what does a slum dweller get? Disease, predators, and death. They should have left my people out in the dust to rot. What I mean is, you don't need to sympathize with them. The Naga struggle to survive just as we do. Any Naga who cannot sympathize is a greedy fool. What right do we have to take food from the mouths of your babes? What right do we have to come to your city and ruin your lives? Not all of us disapprove of the work Ranveer is doing. Myself, I think it's not only right, but it's his duty. Okay. Kind of looking for someone that's like obviously diseased. The catatonic man and the pox-ridden man, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. Go to the pox man first. Man reaches suddenly behind his back, pulls out a short blade, filthy knife, which he thrusts towards your face. Put all the medicine in his bag, put it in the bag, and walk away. Medicine isn't for you, it's for sick and dying people. Are you right? Come, friend, let's talk. My problem is that you stupid bastards have been handing out the medicine to the wrong people. You don't give to any street gangers or Naga or anyone who isn't Ranvir's allies. Kanika promised if she gets the medicine, she'll hand it out right. You're going to distribute the medicine fairly. Whether or not it's right, it's Ranvir's medicine. He decides what to do with it. Which means it only goes to the people who make Ranvir stronger. Not the Naga, not the street gangs, not other worshippers, just his friends. You're really too stupid to see why he does what he does? How can you work for that man? But to say is true, you're not foolish enough to attack one of his priests. You talking about Prabal? That lazy idiot's the reason we're doing this. It was bad enough when you were just giving medicine to Ranvir's followers, but passing out at random's even worse. Your men can no longer be trusted with the flow of medicine. Not sure I don't want to yield the medicine, but this is making sense. And if they were just gonna stop the flow of medicine, why would Ranvir hand it out if he knows we'll be robbed? His brow creases. He'll keep trying. He's stubborn, and we'll keep getting it. Out of the way. Don't kill no one, don't steal nothing, protect your brothers. That's right. That's all we need to know. Come on, I've had this pox for a week and every joint aches. Here. You're pox-ridden. Thanks. Who's got enough money to buy medicine these days? Alright. Perish. Oh, thank the gods, a priest. Please, my boy needs medicine. He's covered in sores, he's got a terrible fever, and I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't found you. Slow down, sir. Can you name the teachings of Banca Mundi? What? The hunting goddess? She doesn't have any teachings. What are you talking about? What does this have to do with about giving me medicine? Couldn't give you any unless you know the teachings. Please just try to work with me. Will you look after the slums? Slums? Well, I'm a peasant. I live on a farm. Why does it matter if I live in the slums? Here, just take the medicine, Harish. Bless you, priest. Bless you. Oh my boy, we have hope again. Whole bunch of children. Curious child down there. Starving child, a boy, a hardened child, curious child. Okay. There's just a lot of people. Huh. Does the temple need any kids? My group's too big. Too many little brothers and sisters. Not enough big kids. I'll trade them to you if you got anything for us to eat. They're not yours to trade no matter how desperate they are. So you're gonna take care of all these stupid little kids? I got 10 kids I have to look out for. You gonna try to feed all of them? Life is precious, worth looking after even in these times. No one says you have to look after them. No one says you have to look after them, but maybe this will help. Huh. He grabs the money. Thanks, but you better go now. We need to hide this. We don't want anyone seeing a priest coming over. Please. Yeah. Joy, catatonic man. Man is slim, slicked with fever, sweat, and burbling incoherently. Foam is gathered at the corner of his mouth, and a fine dribble of blood runs up from his nostril. His clothes are wrinkled from where he's been clutching them, for now his arm hangs limp like the rest of him. Force medicine down his throat might make a difference. With some difficulty, you force the medicine past his dry and swollen tongue. You withdraw, fingers slicked with strange and unpleasant moisture. The man's condition seems no better or worse. Thought medicine is little enough I can do for these slums. I should return to Ranvir. So I'm out. My pouch is empty. I don't know if I can help you, perhaps later. I can't go down there. I can still talk to you guys. Please, priest, I'm so tired these days I can barely move. I need medicine. The tenants are not to steal or kill to protect your brother's right. Isn't that all we need to know? Wish that was the worst day when I saw him. Sorry, there are others worse off than you. You're right. There are. Fine. Just go and leave me be. Okay. Go back to the slums. Not finding anyone. Oh, black market trade. Another priest? I'll take it. He got some medicine for me. How much medicine ends up here, really? As best I can tell, perhaps 4 doses out of every 10 you hand out. It's been as high as 7 out of every 10 and as low as 3. Really depends on what's killing more people and any given month. Sickness or starvation. Honestly, though, getting it to me is a good way to make sure the people who really need medicine bad are the ones who end up with it. I mean, anyone willing to pawn off valuables or trade good bread to get their hands on some medicine has to need it, right? Sorry, but I've given everything I have for today. Whenever you're ready, we'll be here. So, nothing else to really say here? You don't ask why I'm here, I want to ask why you're here. Pretty straightforward. I'm just checking stuff out. I think we've pretty much all got it done at this point, so we'll see. Head on back. Very interesting to just kind of look at how all this is. He's gone. That guy's really gone. Alright, coming back up. At least I made the Naga possibly more friendly. I mean, that's a good plus. I'm glad. Alright, well, I can ignore J-Deep. So, I think there's still some to the left, right? Yeah. Merchant! Aha! Don't bother asking me for any food or money. You think I'm rich because I'm a merchant? You haven't had the meal in my household lately. We eat like peasants. I understand, but you eat. That's more than those in the slums can say. Has your trade suffered? Perhaps Ranveer can help. Those traders from the Naga Empire have cost me half my business. Tell you what, if you think Ranveer would intervene on my behalf, convince the nobles to start doing business with me instead. Then maybe some of my stock would see its way to Ranveer. You think he'd take that deal? I'm certain he would. He rewards anyone who's willing to help the slums. Very well. I see, but something's wrong, isn't it? Wouldn't you like to talk about it? Oh, 1,000 apologies. How dare I suggest that Burma's families do business with merchants from Burma. Bless those Naga merchants for coming here and talking about the burdensome orders and custom off my hands. Priests that do business like merchants. Now I've seen everything. And deep. My donation isn't ready yet. Come back later. See a lot of peasants in the city. Thought they weren't allowed in the city. Huh. Find out when we do. So, we collected some donations. Saw some dead people. No priests in the garrison. Look, friend, you don't want to go in there. You'll find 40 of J-Deep's finest who've had just enough to eat to get real ornery, and not all of us like priests so much. But no. Well, I'm coming back. Pragmatic merchant donated some of his stock to the temple in exchange for Ranveer's support of his business. Seems like there are really only 2 people here that are useful. It looks like we need to talk to Ranveer. You're back! Have you handed out as much as you could today? I'm sorry to say I was robbed. Medicine was stolen. I can give you descriptions. I know his face. Yeah. Medicine was stolen. What? Twice in one day? This is new. Please, describe the attacker as best as you can. Sounds familiar. He's an old street ganger picked up by Naga, a woman who used to be a royal priestess. She resents the fact that Banka Mundi's temple supplanted her own and incorrectly blames me for the death of the king and the queen. If I could only divert enough guards from the city and Jadip's forces to root those murderers out once and for all. We've gone through most of our bread and medicines today. If we're going to have enough for a similar display next week, we're going to need to place some orders this evening. For that, we're going to need funds. You've never gone out for funds before, have you? I thought the council funded us. They do. And with what they give us, we could afford perhaps 1/10 of the bread and medicine we now have. We really are the only people in the city that care for the slums. Getting money is never easy, but I've heard that a few potential donors have recently re-entered the city. Mandeep, a doctor, and Dar, a merchant, have both come for a few days. We received money for them in the past and asked them to give again. Oh, and while you're out, see if you can get a few bystanders to bring food or medicine to the temple. Remember, Bhagwan, when you're on the job, you're always looking for ways to help the needy. Little extra effort in Parker saves lives. Okay. We have to go out and ask for donations. From, well, Mandeep and Dar. Ramver told me to go out and gather funds from 2 people in the safer, more affluent parts of the city. Specifically, I'm to visit a doctor and a merchant while I'm out and ask any well-to-do persons if they have anything to give in terms of food or medicine. There's just a lot of walking around. Mostly walking. That's what we're doing. Well, that guy's gone. Okay. Sorry, Lieutenant. I don't have the money. I guess I can ask again. Yeah, I kind of figure they won't be able to give anything else. Yeah. Alright, so I just got those 2 last people to talk to. I have 15 coins on me. I gave 5 to those kids. Hopefully it was good enough. Ah, about time, I suppose. Come in. Can I offer you anything to eat or drink? I was just having kheer and pori as a snack. Thank you very much. I imagine you're hungry. Most people are these days. Even Ranveer, I have heard, subsists on little more than bread and water. No more than you'd expect from a priest of his stature. Except there's never really been a priest of his stature, has there? One priest with half the city at his beck and call. The closest were the old royal priests, Naga and the like. They ate like kings, or so I heard. Of course, whether he spends his money on 100 loaves of bread or 1 big supper, it's all the same to me. Just one more person I've got to pay to do business in this city. Might you not instead think of another way to saving lives? Honestly, if you give the money, you could instead refuse. Might you not instead think of it as a way to save lives, Doctor? I save lives because I'm paid to. Paying to save lives is more or less the opposite of my profession. Particularly to save lives of people who frankly aren't doing me or anyone but Ranveer any good. No, at best I look at this money as an investment. Please pay Ranveer my respects. I wouldn't want him to think of me as anything less than a friend. That was pleasant enough. Okay. The doctor yielded the money with no fuss. Why is it easier to take money from some people than it is to give bread to some others? Dr. Mandeep donated 80 coins as just another cost of doing business. Wow. Thank you, Mandeep. Use that money. Oh, so much talking. Okay. Guy probably in here. Can I go up the stairs? Whoop! The Naga opens the door and flinches when it sees you. You're not Dar, are you? Come in, I've got everything ready for you. There it is, enough for bread to feed and medicine to save 10 human lives. This is what you want, isn't it? Why would you give this to us? You know we're just gonna use it to help our own people. Because I'm Ranvir's friend. He knows that, yes? I help him and his people. Why would you be his friend? What does he do for you? The Naga might look uncomfortable, might look upset. It's not my place to pry, I suppose. Goodbye, priest. I'll see you again soon. Cold, hateful eyes. Well, that's fun. Dar the Naga merchant donated 80 coins under curious circumstances. The merchant, a Naga, offered a large sum of money to take to Ranvir, a man who spent his career decrying the Naga. What bothers me. I could now pay the guard for my children. Or I could bring him all of the money that I got. And he would count it, and it would be more than he would be hoping for, or about on par. But if I pay the lieutenant, that's less than he's hoping for, which means he knows I stole it, which hurts my family. So I can't do that. You! Tell me, why would your Ranvir refuse me a squad of his men to keep peace in the farmlands? Why are these worthless streets more worth defending than my fields? Hi, Lakshmi. Those men are from these slums. They're only passionate about defending these slums. Are they passionate about eating? Because if my last good farm folds for want of one foolish bride and a little protection, I can't guarantee they will. The solution to your problem is not more violence. You're a counselor. You have resources of your own, and this is a chance to test them. Saying a missing bride is the root of your troubles? My peasants respected my husband. I know they don't give me the same respect. To them, I am a cruel usurper and an incompetent governess who is the root of all their suffering. Now, 2 peasants have fled from my field, stealing a horse and a great sum of money in the process. My authority has been challenged. If I cannot find them, I will have to take drastic steps to keep peace. Well, they're hiding in the temple, apparently, although I don't know why they ran to the freaking slums. But we'll see. They got 400 fucking gold. Anyways, you have to take drastic steps to keep peace. You're not gain the respect through displays of strength alone. Then perhaps VJ can help you, or the mercenary captain. And perhaps you cannot. Go on your way. On your way. Lieutenant, I have the money, but I'm not going to pay you. I believe in Ranvir. I believe he will protect my family. Despite everything. Little extra effort in your part to save lives. Whoa! Oh shit! Oh god! Oh, I don't even know what I just did. But something. Apparently, he was hoping I would say that. The vital step in the path of any priest to question his teachings. Oh, hey, cool. Apparently, I questions our teachings. If you haven't confronted your beliefs, they aren't your beliefs. It's only a true saint or a true fool who has no doubts. What is it you like to talk about? Your plan for the Naga. The tree trying to turn your slum into a private army. I don't know, but charities begin to feel less altruistic, more sinister. Plan for the Naga. You've heard my thoughts on the matter. Frankly, a Naga in the slums is as good as a death sentence for a dozen humans. We cannot suffer the violence and insatiable appetites of those creatures any longer. Coming to our city was an unfortunate move for everyone concerned, but when it comes down to it, it's them that should suffer the consequences. Is this bothering you? Of course it is. This is horrible. I'm not advocating open slaughter. We deport as many Naga as we can at their own expense. Any that cannot be deported will be left to J-Deep's men to deal with. Isn't that fair? J-Deep's men, after all, come from the slums. Their mouths the Naga take bread out of, so it should be they who decide what to do. Naga aren't locusts. They're intelligent creatures. It's your plan, not only barbaric, it's absurd. Fun of supporting my efforts as priest may seem logical and seems right. They're intelligent creatures, but yeah. All life is sacred. I don't relish cruelty or harsh treatment to any creature. But if it's slaughter a sheep or let children starve for want of mutton, I think we both know the choice to make. The city is split at the seams, and you know it. Thus for the Naga, Bhagwan, which one do you choose? I'm choosing at all that is evil. I'm choosing at all that is evil. You need to stay here if you aren't comfortable with what I've planned. I'll grant you not everyone has the strength to do what will become necessary, but you don't have to leave this place either. I need believers, but if I cannot have them, I need hands to feed mouths. And you need a way to feed your children. Where will you go if you desert my temple? Who will take you in? Oh my god. Threaten him. Yeah, that's wise. For the sake of my children, I will remain, but know that this sickens me. You know, Bhagwan, there's no shame in surviving. It's an honest and even noble goal to end the day with as much as you began with, and I would not ask more of anyone. When the strain grows too great, all simple men must have someone to look for direction. Someday, I don't know when, the hunger and death and fear of the slums will grow to be too much for human hearts to bear. What will come of that will be more terrible than either you or I can imagine. It will consume caste, it will consume moral principle. Suddenly, survival will be hard enough and not enough at all. All at once. I have made this temple what it is for one reason, to be the hand that guides when all else has failed. Ranveer's words of praise are a comfort. They mean your family will eat for as long as Ranveer is able to feed them. Perhaps you've done all you can for them. Perhaps they will be safe. What else matters? Well then, where are we going next? Asha, once again. We're in the city. Huh. Alright, well, we'll see you next time, guys. We are Asha.